Hello, hello. Greetings and good day to you. It is Thursday, September the 25th, 2025. And I was looking here, and we have 87 days until winter begins. It happens so fast. I thought we were just counting down the summer. Now it seems like winter's around the corner, but I guess 87 days isn't really around the corner. So we do have some time to enjoy it, at least here in North America. What season is it where you are? Let us know what it is and what's your favorite one. Today is day 268 of 2025, if you can believe it. What a transformational year, I should say. There's been a lot of upheaval. The more people I talk to, it's really, there's been so much transformation of so many things, and I'm learning that it's affecting a lot of people in different ways. But every time you think you're the only one experiencing it, it's like, nope, you're just a little ant in a much bigger hill with a lot of other ants, all living on the same ground. So that actually helps. I mean, as difficult as it has been with the economy just shifting quite radically, a lot of businesses have been affected. So I was at a networking event, and this person came on and said, there's so much money out there. And, there were several people on the call whose businesses have been upended by the current administration. And she just came on and started talking about how much money there is, and you're kind of stupid if you don't get it, kind of thing. And I thought, wow, how insensitive of you. But I mean, there's money around. What you'd have to do to get it is sometimes a little bit dubious, but we're working on new inventions, and my new podcast I'm very excited about. The name that's most SEO friendly, search engine optimization friendly, is not the most inspiring to me, but we're going to go with the strategy over inspiration on some fronts. So the name, I'll just tell you, since you're one of our listeners here, it's going to be the Building Business Relationships Podcast. And we're going for searchability out of the gate, and we're going to make it very successful, and then I can change the name if I want to. But the Building Business Relationships Podcast with Matt Stone, and we're going to get some great guests, and I'm already starting to do that research and sponsors, and we'll have events, and I want to take it on the road and have live events. So this is what's really fueling me right now. That's all I'll say. I'll be revealing more about it as it develops, but we're about 3 months out, so super excited about that. Our random city for today is Brno, Czech Republic. It's the second largest city in the Czech Republic, second to, of course, Prague. It's got about 400,000 people. It's got a rich history, vibrant student population, known for its functionalist architecture, lively pubs, cultural events. I think there's a lot more to it. It's well known for hosting a lot of, trade shows and events and things like that, from what I can tell. So it looks like it has some interesting architecture as well, which doesn't surprise me in that country. They've got some pretty amazing buildings in the Czech Republic. So what are they going through today? Well, they are looking at a high of 53 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 12 degrees Celsius, and a low only 2 degrees lower than that. Looks like cloudy and rainy. So decidedly, that feels like a late fall weather to me. So yeah, Brno, B-R-N-O, Brno, Czech Republic. That is our city for today. Here in New York City, we're looking at a little bit better weather, 75 degrees for a high Fahrenheit, which is 24 degrees Celsius. And we're looking at, says we're going to have these crazy thunderstorms later on. So it's cloudy today, and it's going to get wild tonight. So it's going to be a wild night in New York City, people. Surprise, surprise. But we're going to have thunderstorms along with it. So preparing for that. I've gotten stuck in these things. It reminds me of when I first moved to Japan and Tokyo. What people may not know if you've never lived in Tokyo is that it's an island basically, right? It's a series of islands. Japan is, and Tokyo's not that far from the ocean, really, and so it's really impacted by weather quite quickly. So I remember, having been born in Oregon and being around the Pacific Northwest, you'd get rain that would kind of come in, and it would be a light drizzle and never get worse than that. It kind of drizzle on you all day. And so when I first moved there, I was in my early 20s. I was in my teaching in the heart of the city. I go out to get some lunch and I feel a couple raindrops and I didn't think anything of it. I thought, okay, it's raining, no big deal. So I walked down the street to go to 7-Eleven or some store. And the next thing I know, one little raindrop led to a torrential downpour. I saw all these people before it happened were running. They were running in and buying umbrellas. I thought, oh, what is wrong with you? You can't take a couple of drops of rain? Well, what I learned very quickly was that they knew what they were doing. I'm the one that was the idiot, because there, once it starts, you've got more. Usually, you've got something bigger, much bigger coming. But then it leaves quickly. It's kind of a fast moving. It's like in Hawaii, when it comes through and it leaves quickly, which I kind of like. I like that when it comes in quickly, leaves quickly, and it's harder when it's just drizzling for days and weeks on end. That's always been the hard part about Oregon, even as beautiful as it is. It's just this, it'll just rain for what seems like forever. But when it gets beautiful, my goodness, there are fewer places nicer. So I guess there's no perfect place, right? So what's on my mind? I had a meeting late last night with some potential business partners. And this is what was coming up for me was sometimes the fit is right, the timing is wrong. And when that happens, you just have to really embrace it. So I met some people. They've got a great business. There's some things I can possibly do for them. And so we finally had the group meeting to kind of finalize what we were going to do. And it just became so clear as we discussed certain aspects of the finances and the strategy and that they were looking to build out for sales and business development. It just became clear that they really want to work with me. I really want to work with them, but it became clear that it's just not the right time. And there was this moment when I was thinking, I could try and, work something out, something small, and just try and kind of jerry rig it, And these are really good people. I mean, they want to work with me, and I respect that, and I want to work with them, frankly. But it was so clear to me that it's just not the right time, that they need to put some other things in place and figure some other things out. And so I just remember at one point I had to say, it's what I'm hearing based on everything. It's pretty clear to me that that there's nothing to do right now. And my younger self would have tried to figure out whatever I could to make it work. You hear that term, make it work. You got to make it work, figure it out. But, these days, I'm not interested in making things work. I'm interested in working on making things. And if I want to work on making things, I need alignment. I need the timing, the people, the opportunity, the market. All of those things need to be aligned. So it's very liberating. And even as I felt that little vestige of the old me going, hang on to this, see if you can work out something no matter what. It was quite freeing to just acknowledge what was true, which was that, gosh, we're a good fit for each other. There's a lot we could do. Right now isn't the time. And it may come soon. And I think it was a huge relief. I think they agreed with that too. And now I'm able to park it and put my head into other things that are where the timing's, better. So making things work is not as good as working at making things. That's all I got for today. Forcing it just doesn't work. Don't you want to have more fun too? I'd rather sail than row myself. Listen, whatever you're going through, what are you doing that feels like rowing by yourself? And what could you do that would feel like putting your sail up and going with the wind? Think about that question. I'd love for you to share if you know it. We do get a few comments. We've got a couple new followers. I want to welcome you to the podcast. I hope it's a daily dose of vitamins. Nothing less, nothing more. Hopefully a little fun, a few laughs, and something inspiring to help you through your day and your week and your month. So with that, I'll leave you with the question: what do you need to let go of to move forward? Be good to yourself and others. Check in with a friend today, and we will check in with you tomorrow. In the meantime, thank you for listening. Bye-bye for now.